Welcome to Eye on Paulsboro, our first show of the new season, and Fred tells me it is the 26th year, 25th season. I'm not sure how that arithmetic works, but Irma, that's hard to believe.
Happy anniversary, John. We're still here. We're live and kicking, and the hair color changes, but that's part of our show.
Well, mine tries to stay pretty consistent as long as I can afford it. We are coming to you from one of my favorite places, which is Bennett Field here at Paulsboro High School, and we are taping in an afternoon where they're going to play the first night game since 1958. Irma, nice sweater.
Well, thank you, John. $14.99 from the Davis shop on Delaware Street. And I graduated in 57 and 55. It's wool. It has a few moth holes that my mother sewed up. Warm. I'm roasting in it now, and this is my keepsake.
Well, you look good. We've got an interesting program for you. We have the press conference from Senator Menendez. We're going to visit with Dr. Quint on the good news out of the school system, visit with school board member Marvin Hamilton, who helped coordinate tonight, and then back with Irma with community notes. And Fred and Amy put together a montage of a very successful Paulsboro day. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
And welcome back. I'm here now with Dr. Walter Quint, of course, who came out of retirement to act as the interim superintendent. And he has been just into it as if it were his first day here and making great progress. First of all, Walter, the Gloucester County Times had a very nice piece yesterday that the graduation rate is getting closer to the state average.
We are thrilled with that. The district, the entire faculty, the Board of Ed, the administration has been working hard on that for 3 years now. And it's paying off. The graduation rate's up about 20%, probably go up a little bit more till we're done with our appeals. And it's due to the hard work. An evening school program, a summer school program, and teachers just concentrating on how to keep kids in school and keep them learning. It's paying dividends.
It's a challenge in 2014, isn't it? I mean, just the delivery of public education and getting the kids' attention. Constantly. I mean, there are a lot of distractions. It's difficult for kids to get through school. There are a lot of things to distract them, and we're working hard to keep them in school. And the thing we're really proud about, John, is we've also been working hard on attendance. And usually when you push to get higher attendance, your graduation rate drops. In this case, the attendance has gone up dramatically, as has the graduation rate. So we're very, very pleased and excited about that. Well, that speaks to volumes of the potential of these kids. Given the right environment and the right focus, you're able to have them achieve. And along those lines, actually, we almost closed that last year here in the cafeteria with Secretary Fisher with regards to nutrition. And another piece that we're sort of catching up coming out of hiatus, you have now extended the lunch program to reach everybody. We have. The USDA and child nutrition folks gave us the opportunity to provide a free lunch to all students, not just those eligible for free or reduced price lunch. We looked at the paperwork, we made a few changes, actually got the State Department of Education to do a few things to help us, and now everybody in the district is entitled to both free breakfast and free lunch. Can I sign up? Absolutely, absolutely. Of course, I'm not usually up early enough to eat breakfast. Well, as we close this segment, we're going to have board member Marvin Hamilton on to talk about this night football game. But this is the potential for a nice community event. It's going to be a great community event, great Paulsboro night. A lot of people worked to get this ready. Marvin was instrumental in this. We were out last night. The field, the grounds look great, and I think it's going to be a great Paulsboro night. Very exciting. I really like the idea.
return his fumble.
I'm here with Marvin Hamilton, who is a Board of Education member. He's also a retired educator, by the way. And it was Marvin who initiated the discussion of how we could get night football here with temporary lights, because so many of us have been looking forward to it. And it's a big price tag to put in permanent lights. And hopefully tonight goes well, and we figure that out later on. But Marvin, you talked about this a year ago, and here we are. How many years since the last night game played on Bennett Field?
1958.
I was 4 years old.
I was 10 years old.
And I was here, by the way. Standing in the end zone, my father.
I was here too. I was right over there.
Yeah. So, this is I think this is a good community piece tonight.
I think so. I think the community is going to be very, very happy. And it's good for the town of Paulsboro also,
Yeah, something to do on Friday night.
Yeah, and get the kids' parents to come out to see them who come home late for work. Get a chance to see them play night football here at Paulsboro High School.
Yeah, it looks pretty well thought out because you've got lights on the perimeter. You're going to light the practice field.
Yeah, everything is lit up. They did a good job. The AD did a good job. The Board of Education, they did a good job, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have it. Also, the Superintendent, Dr. Quint, did a good job. He was for it also.
Well, it's a team effort.
Right, that's what it is. If you want something done, you got to have a team effort.
And again, first time, so you said what, 1958?
1958.
I can't count fast enough how many years that is, but
56.
I know it's more than
56.
56 years, so 56 years.
Yeah, I'm 66, so I know it's 56.
I wouldn't have guessed you were 66, Mark.
Yeah.
You're aging well, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm here with Marvin Hamilton, and we're on the track at Bennett Field, and pretty special place to be in advance of tonight's first night football game in Paulsboro since 1958. Who was president in 58? Eisenhower?
Eisenhower, yeah. Eisenhower.
Eisenhower.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! Number 2, A.J. Google in at quarterback right now for the Red Raiders. That's a 4-yard loss for the Raiders. Going to bring up 2nd and 14.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have, or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
During the time the program was on hiatus, Fred and Amy were not. Senator Robert Menendez visited Paulsboro to make announcements of legislation he's intending to introduce to make rail operations safer. Fred was able to get out with the camera. So let's go to that news conference now and hear what the senator had to say.
New Jersey is a state that has long been a crossroads for industry and infrastructure. Our state and the nation's economic strength have been built on our roads, our ports, our railways, and our airports. And while building world-class infrastructure is essential to supporting businesses and jobs, our first priority must always be the safety of our communities. Since Conrail didn't proactively work to protect Paulsboro residents, it's time to make reforms that will create a renewed commitment to safety. The National Transportation Safety Board report includes a number of recommendations to federal agencies like the Federal Department of Transportation, the Federal Railroad Administration, the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration. I intend to spend the next few weeks working with them and with other stakeholders to turn the NTSB recommendations into comprehensive legislation. The bill will focus on instituting a safety culture at all railroads, encouraging better risk management and decision-making to prevent accidents from happening in the first place. It also guarantees that first responders and local communities have the information necessary to protect their neighborhoods in the event that an accident does occur. And the legislation will ensure that the National Transportation Safety Board recommendations don't just become another report sitting on the shelf, but will spur real reforms in the rail hazmat industry. And I also intend to consider stronger penalties for railroads that operate in an unsafe manner. The town of Paulsboro has paid a heavy price for the lack of a safety culture at Conrail, and now it's time to shift these costs onto the railroads who don't show a commitment to safety. Let me just close by saying Paulsboro is still dealing with the legacy of Conrail's actions, but the risks we all face aren't limited to one railroad or one type of hazardous material. As we've seen with recent crude oil by rail accidents, communities are facing a number of challenges when it comes to hazmat safety and emergency response. And in order to protect our communities, we can't take a piecemeal approach. My legislation will improve public education and support for emergency responders regardless of what type of hazardous material is being shipped through their community. It will also ensure that all railroads, big and small, will have accurate emergency response information that can be provided in real time to first responders. By focusing on both the specific elements that caused the Paulsboro crash, as well as broader rail and hazmat safety concerns, I believe that we can prevent accidents in the future and protect our communities when they do occur. Now, no legislation can ever replace the peace of mind of this community or answer all of the lingering questions. But my hope is that by making real reforms to rail and hazmat safety, we can prevent this type of crash from happening again. So I look forward to working with the representatives and the people of Paulsboro and my colleagues in the Congress and the administration to ensure that the success of the industry never comes at the price of safety.
Well, Senator, we certainly thank you for being here because this issue is something that has to be handled from the federal government down. And by the way, we're very pleased that there's work going on, but the arrogance of this railroad and how it relates to its communities, imagine you have a federal senator visiting this site today to make a significant announcement, and they can't stop for 10 minutes because they're oblivious to what's going on around them. And that's exactly what happened on that day. This railroad, privately owned, almost enjoying a monopoly of business, profitable, was operating a 21st century railroad over a 19th century bridge, with no side rails, I might add. So finally, after 100 years, they get around to replacing the bridge. And to the senator, I apologize to him. We are so grateful he is here. As the mayor correctly said, we're sorry about the circumstances that you're having to speak to this group in. But again, I think it's very emblematic of how the railroad conducts themselves. I'd like to just add this. We need help. Railroads are an essential lifeline to not only here, not to the state, but to this country. But they have to be operated in a safe manner. We have no reach at the state level. It has to come from the federal level.
Good morning, because when it becomes afternoon, that stops the men and women working on that. But certainly, as chair of Law and Public Safety, from the moment that this accident happened was of great concern to not only myself and the legislators who represent the district, but the state as a whole. I spent much of my career as an electrician right here in Paulsboro, whether it was the lube plant, the refinery, very much aware that between the liquid highway called the Delaware River or the commerce that runs on the rail is the lifeblood of the economic development here in this area. But the fact of the matter, that means nothing when people's lives are at stake. And so I applaud Senator Menendez and certainly Assemblyman Bertuccelli and Riley for what they're doing here today. Not letting something go by, but making sure it stays in the forefront. We need to make sure that that rail line, which brings commerce to our region, is also a safe line. We need to make sure that locally we have the first responders have the best tools and the right training, and certainly the right knowledge. So those are part of the recommendations that are part of the report that you'll or have read. But what I want to just finish it up with is very simple. And the Boy Scouts have it right. Be prepared. Be prepared day to day. Prepare for the unexpected. And prepare for the tragedy that we hope never happens. Certainly Conrail and our rail system needs to see that firsthand, because we don't need those who bring the economic lifeblood to our region to bring the other end of the spectrum, which is what we saw here back in November.
I want to thank Senator Menendez for taking on this. This is such an important issue for our community. And let's be clear, what happened here in Paulsboro a little under 2 years ago was just a brief accident of what could really happen. I live within 10 miles of a nuclear power plant, the second largest in the state, and it is highly regulated. These cars, these trains carry toxic materials that are dangerous to our communities. I am grateful that the senator is taking on this initiative. The state is with him on this. We will have to ensure the safety of our residents. And so I, again, say thank you so much, Senator Menendez. You can look forward to a partnership from myself and John Bersicelli and Senate President Sweeney, Don Norcross, the legislators of the South Jersey community. But this is a state and a national issue. This is not just a state of New Jersey issue. Thank you.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, master mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and rug doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
It has become a real tradition here in town in the fall for Paulsboro Day. This year was very special, and really for myself particularly special because the committee decided to honor all 5 living Paulsboro mayors. Of course, Mayor Hamilton is our present mayor, and then we backed into Mayor Elwood Hampton, my father, John D. Bersicelli, Jim Sabetta, and myself, meaning we have 5 living mayors, first time in history of the town, and very nicely done, and we're very grateful to the committee for taking time to recognize us. It was a beautiful day. Amy got around with the camera, so here's some footage. I hope Fred will put it to some music. Enjoy Paulsboro Day 2014.
Am I on TV tonight? All right. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sand and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then
straight to our arms. I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the star. It's near beyond the moon. I know beyond to tell. Oh, Lord, will lead me there soon, and we'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just as before, and happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again will I go sailing. Oh yeah, come on now, let's all have a good time today. Oh, hey.
First 70 years, there were 13 mayors. In the last 40 years, we've only had 5 mayors, and they're standing here in front of you right now.
Everybody sing it out. All day, all night, Marianne. Down by the seaside, sipping sun. And even little Julia Marianne. Down by the seaside, sipping sun. When we marry, we will have a time you never saw. I will be so happy, I will kiss my mother-in-law. Children by the dozen, in and out the bamboo hut. One for every palm tree and the coconut. They're doing it all day, all night, Marianne. Down by the seaside, sifting sun. And even little Julia Marianne. Down by the seaside, everybody sing along. All day, all night, Marianne. Down by the seaside, sifting sun. And even little children love Marianne.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
And welcome back. It's time for Community Notes with Irma Stevenson. Irma.
Happy birthdays to Marie Lexa, Gary Stevenson Sr., Eileen Soloff Stefanakowicz, Shelley Soloff Kaplan, John M. Hoffman, Julian Tim Price, Steve O'Leary Jr., Danny Moore, Nippy DeMarco, Charles S.
Nippy DeMarco?
Nippy DeMarco.
That's his baptism name?
I think Nazareno or something like that. Nippy. Charles Esposito, Al Driver, Jack Otten, Kathy Moran Croce, Bonnie Haddock, Jill, Judy, Fred, and Trevor Suter. John Haddock III, Kim Stevenson Berthold, who is now in Okinawa with her family. My mother, Irma Candle. She will be 94, John.
Magnificent.
Yes, and she's still kicking, and mine's fine. Kay Rugy, Dolly Carter, Roseanne Benneker, and Kirk Kostenbader. Happy anniversaries to Jim and Paulette Funk, Rashonda, I can't do my own writing anymore, John, and DeLance Braxton, Stacy and John T. Gautowski, Irma Walt Stevenson, 58 years, John, wow. They said it wouldn't last. Gail and Nippy DeMarco, Rich and Rita Kostenbader, and Ursula and John Hoffman. Happy birthdays and happy anniversaries. John, we have a real special spaghetti dinner being held Friday, October the 17th at the Woodbury Heights Community Center, 4 to 7. Advance tickets, adults 10, and at the door 12. All proceeds will benefit the Richard Struss Jr. Double Lung Transplant Fund. His mom and dad, Sally and Rick Struss, are Paulsboro people. They're still Paulsboro people, even though they live over in Barnesboro. Please call 856-803-6192 or 856-981-8407. Please help Richard. He really needs Paulsboro's help.
Well, it's a very good cause. That's going to do it for today's show as we begin a new season. Also, if you have an idea for community notes, if you have footage you want us to run, contact Irma. Irma, your contact number?
423-3787. My secretary is always there, Walter.
And we can take footage of birthdays, anniversaries, things that are important. We can tell you how to email them to you. You call Irma, she'll give you the information, and if they are suitable and everybody's clothed, we'll air them on the show. For Bill Crane, our producer, who couldn't be with us, for Fred Booker and Amy Cook behind the camera, Irma.
See you on Broad Street and go Big Red tonight.
Until next time.